Hello and welcome to the Online Creators Association live stream. As I was thinking about preparing to say this intro, I am starting to realize that I have so much media gunk in my head that no matter how I say the phrase hello and welcome, my brain takes the intonation that I've said and tries to give me an additional set of words that are the catchphrase of a different show.
Yeah, good. I love that. I don't know when I'm going to stop hearing hello YouTube in a British YouTuber accent. Like if I see it written, I read hello YouTube and I can't it won't go away. It's never going to go away.
Stop it. Don't stop it.
I'm putting it in your head so that you have to suffer with me.
No.
I think one of the kindest things the Vlog Brothers ever did was make their intro phrase, "Good morning, John. Good morning, Hank," because that's not something that everybody has to say every day.
True.
It's not as it doesn't stick in your head unless you know someone and you're saying good morning.
Yeah. However, I do still refer to things as the doobly-doo when I can't remember where on a screen something is located.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just useful. Like, doobly-doo is just the word for the description of any website.
Yes, I will accept that.
I would like both of you to know that in the year of our Lord 2021, almost 2022, Nick was in a fight with a friend about pennies. And Nick was saying that pennies are useless and we should get rid of pennies. And his friend was apparently very stuck on this idea of like, we can't just do that. And I was like, okay, so here's the thing. John Green does actually have a good point about this, and you should just go watch his video because it's actually it's good. But in the year of our Lord 2021, I had to be like, so go look up the Vlog Brothers.
Because if you want to know about penny discourse, the Vlog Brothers is it.
John Green is on it for you. It's going to be a menace this evening.
Also, I would like you all to know that while I am definitely sick, it is not COVID. I took a test today and it said, nope, not that, just regular sick.
The one thing I will say about having an entire box full of COVID tests in my home now, because I have to take one before I go to work, and I also have to take one after I attend work, to make sure that like during the day I didn't develop it or catch it from the subway. Although it wouldn't catch, it doesn't. I can't question it. Is that anytime I get like a little tickle, I'm like, is this COVID? I can just
check. I can just check.
Do I think they're accurate? Probably not.
So I
swab at my nose.
I did a bunch of research. Apparently, you're more likely to pop a false positive on them than you are a false negative. Well, so if you have a negative, you're likely fine.
Thank you for doing that research for me.
I
mean, I know it was for your work, but like
not even from I work from home. Like, oh, because I do COVID stuff all day? No, I mostly just did it because I'm paranoid. I'm paranoid and I went to like a social thing over the weekend and I was like, I'm gonna die.
I'm gonna die. What if it's COVID? That's the
concept. What if I did COVID? No. So
oh, I didn't plug my phone in. Well, we'll see how long it lasts.
Oh, good Lord.
So we've got a few things in mind to do tonight, but first we want to talk about the really cool new news about Starbucks, which is some of it unionized.
Yeah, we have their first store that voted to unionize. Very proud of them. So excited.
Did you see the video that someone took of them like reading the results?
Yeah.
Yeah, with all the employees screaming and jumping.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
It made me so happy.
Excited. Oh. For anyone joining my TikTok live, I'm not here and you know that. I am over on twitch.tv/official TOCA, or if you go to my Twitch, it's Cecelia Gray, that it's also broadcasting official TOCA. Thank you. I have not been live on TikTok and actually present in months.
I haven't been live on TikTok in I think a year because it's just not worth it.
What is the point?
I went on Tuesday. It was a lot of fun. I was also live with somebody who generally pulls like 200 people in her lives.
But here's the thing. I think if I went live with another human where it was like a discourse and we could like interact, it would be fun. But like 9 times out of 10, it's just me hanging out with like 1 to 2 people.
Yeah, I think I need to plan to do multi-person lives on like a regular basis.
Yeah.
Like Barnaby does.
Yes. Although a lot of the time Barnaby just starts the live and then someone else joins, like either out of necessity or for fun. Like there was one point where Barnaby was talking about like, wait. So like, can someone who isn't asexual explain this to me? The desires, and like had somebody else joined, and the whole chat was freaking out, but somebody else joined. But like, it doesn't even have to be planned. It can just be like, I see you. You can talk to me, you asshole.
How many people can you have live at one time now? Is it more than one?
Yes. There's co-hosting, and then there's also like multi-person lives now. But I don't know what that is.
The 3 of us could absolutely do one of our unhinged going off on any tangents.
Technically, yes. The most I've seen is 3. And when you do like the multi-person live, it does appear that everyone can see the same chat. Versus when you co-host, it's just your chat and their chat.
Gotcha. Interesting.
Yeah, and I don't really know how to do. I don't know how to do it. I don't know the difference between the two, but I assume I could find directions on the internet.
Yeah.
Yeah. The co-hosting works the way it always worked. Both of you have to be live, and then you hit the button for it, and then you have to invite the other person to co-host with you. Then guests on a live stream, when you are watching somebody's live, you can hit the like ask to be a guest button. And then they can just like approve that and your video pops up.
Because I did do that with you specifically to scream about Supernatural, and then immediately it was the day that ABBA released their new album, and it was also the anniversary of me finding out Biden won the election via a Supernatural meme.
Yeah. That was a weird day because I was not aware that ABBA was planning to come out with a new album. So I found out that day.
This is just such a weird timeline.
It was a very cursed. I feel like that day is just extremely cursed and very strange. And I can't wait for it to happen again next year.
Yeah.
I want to know. The energy of November 5th is off. Just going to say it. It's wrong.
It's a weird time. It's just a weird time.
England's got a holiday for it.
That's what I'm saying. The energy, the vibe is weird, and I like it.
Do either of you watch Tom Scott's videos?
Do I? Probably.
YouTuber Red Shirt. Yeah. He did a video recently about this village somewhere in England that for the 5th of November has these. It's one of the largest. I think they said it was one of the largest illuminated carnivals in the world, which means fireworks. And specifically, standing in the street with a stick, the fireworks duct taped to that stick and lit, just like held right over your head.
Yeah.
This sounds like something my grandfather would have hated as a surgeon. Like all I remember as a child is him coming home complaining that he had to sew people's fingers back on.
I mean, they are very rigorous about exactly how you use these industrial grade fireworks that cannot be purchased.
Also, I think in fairness, like the level of stupid that we cultivate here in America when it comes to like personal safety is very high compared to other countries.
America doesn't have that like tradition vibe of like we've been doing this for like 80 years, and if we fuck it up this time, we might have to stop doing it. So it's important that none of us fuck up our tradition. Like America doesn't give a fuck about that. We don't have any tradition.
We kind of Florida man everything.
Mm-hmm.
Both of you are giving England too much credit.
That's fair.
because the number of like videos I have seen of people on public transit in England that look exactly like videos of people on public transit in New York City is me just going, all right, our DNA comes from something.
I was gonna say, hang on.
The tradition thing goes both ways, though. The commitment to tradition goes both ways, because cheese rolling was made illegal like 10 years ago in England, and they still do it every year. There just aren't EMTs on hand.
Yeah.
I love the idea that making something illegal doesn't mean it stops. It just makes it less safe.
Yeah.
No,
Just
that's genuine.
because if you're gonna do it, that's on you.
Public transit energies too. I mean, like public transit energy is always a nightmare, but like something about there's like a London belligerence that it's just they're ready to fight. It's a scrappy place.
England is like topped up on audacity and has been for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Exactly.
Like that's
they have the audacity, and we also have the audacity, and it's that energy of like,
and it's such a small island compared to the world that they just don't have as much place to put it. So
they have so much more than everyone else and so little space.
It's so little space for it all. So I will say though, the other
countries are able to like vent their audacity into border wars.
Yeah.
And England can't, because it's an island.
They're just standing at the end of the sea like curses, like that.
Because they fully conquered 2 out of the 3 other nations on that contiguous chunk of land. Yeah. And they really promised the Irish they wouldn't start that shit again.
I will say though, as far as like public transit energy goes, like yes, you have the absolutely unhinged people, but there's also like a weird camaraderie on public transit where like if that one unhinged person is making a problem for a non-unhinged person, suddenly everyone is your friend and we all need to get that person out.
I would trust anybody in both Boston and New York City to, if someone's picked a fight with me, I wouldn't even have to throw the first punch. Somebody else would do it for me. Yeah. Like I understand that is the energy.
Weirdly, that energy also exists in Chicago.
That doesn't surprise me at all, because Chicago doesn't.
Yeah, if you get on the
I feel like we're just talking about the like threshold effects of population density in humans.
It's true. Although, you know what? I don't have any faith in LA doing anything for me.
LA is not high density.
That's true.
LA is also just like incredibly not real.
I mean, LA is a tourist trap that went too far.
Yeah.
The whole town is actually a movie set, and now there are people living on it, so they had to like make a government. It's terrible. That's why I've talked about this. It's a movie set, and that's why they have earthquakes, because it's just shaky.
Yeah.
Not built right. It's just flats.
It's just
no real buildings.
Earthquakes are literally just camera shake from inexperienced camera operators. Michael, I was going to say earlier, I've been binge watching Citation Needed Again recently, because that's my comfort food. And Cecelia and Micah, do either of you know the show Citation Needed?
No, but it sounds like something I would enjoy.
Oh, that's actually, we could do that on stream. It's the technical difficulties, which is Tom Scott and some of his friends from college. They used to do this show. They've moved on to other internet game shows now, but Citation Needed is they choose an almost randomly selected article from Wikipedia. Tom gives his friends the name of the article, and they have to guess the contents of the article.
Oh my fucking god!
This
yes.
feels like a game that the 3 of us would. Yes.
Wikipedia has a random article button.
Yeah, it does. Have you ever done?
We talked about this recently, I think. That game where you start on one page and have to make it to another one.
Yes, that is one of my favorite games.
What?
And we would sit, so you do like the random page generator twice. and you get given a first page and a second page. You go back to the first page and you have to navigate your way to the second page using only links within the Wikipedia article.
That's insane.
Whoever makes it to that last article first wins. I used to play this in high school for hours. Because I got a laptop, which meant I could go to my friends' houses with a computer. And I would sit on the floor next to their desktop and we would play.
This is before the days of having a tiny computer in your hand, folks.
Yeah, my phone was still a flip phone, but I inherited my mom's clunky, thick work laptop.
Was it one of the like
It was
the
a
IBM ones?
No, it was a Dell. I remember it being a Dell. And like the second you opened it up, the fan would turn on.
It was the loudest fucking thing in the world.
It would get so hot. I would take it off of my lap and there would be a line of red from where the fan was just blowing onto my skin in the summer. And it still had like my mom's last name on the top of it on a label. But the IT department at the high school was just going to throw it out because it was so old by the time my mom got it.
It's like that's how I used to end up with laptops because my dad worked for Mass General for a while.
Yep.
So every time that they would like upgrade all of their laptops, he would just bring home like one or two of the ones they were going to throw out, and they always had like the key with the wire that they had to like cut. So there was just like a frayed piece of like metal wire on the side. I'm like, it's fine. It's fine.
This is shock wire. It's shock wire. You touch it, you die.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, so I've got an article ready if you guys want to play citation needed.
Okay.
We can go.
All right. The title of the article is Mario, parentheses, Goose.
No!
So let's start with where. Where does this article take place?
Mario the Goose is from I want to say Mario the do we have any, no, we don't get any information past Goose. I'm going to assume what?
As we navigate around, I will like hint to keep you guys moving in a direction because I don't think this game would be possible with no hints.
I figured.
See, my brain is just like, yes, of course, they turned Mario into a goose in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Mario the Goose, as a goose, I just want to say he hails from Canada. So I want to say that this article, it takes place somewhere as a Canada goose.
You are on the right continent.
Hell yeah.
So we're in North America.
Okay,
all right.
Okay.
Right.
Is he
Here's a hint. We've already talked about this place tonight.
Is it Florida?
Florida.
Is it a New York goose?
It is not a New York goose.
Okay, because I was going to say.
Not Chicago.
Boston goose?
Not Boston.
They have gooses in LA?
LA, points.
Why is he an LA goose?
They have LA goose?
A trained goose? Well, okay, wait.
Oh my god, I hope this is a famous
Mario was a male Toulouse goose, formerly living in Echo Park, Los Angeles, who became the subject of news reports in 2011. Why?
I hope he was like attacking random people.
I was going to say he definitely did violence to a neighbor.
There is a sense in which that is the case, but I don't think that that's close enough to get any points.
Oh man,
what the fuck did Mario do?
Wasn't there? Is he like one of those? Does he have like a preferred human in the park that he protects?
Yes, points. Dominic Erler. Mario, who was originally named Maria by locals and assumed to be female, was familiar to users of the park for several years as a goose who preferred the company of humans to that of his own species. often pecking at homeless people or following walkers and runners around. Erler, a retired salesman, first encountered Maria/Mario at Echo Park late in the summer of 2010 when the bird began to follow him on his daily walks around the lake, readily accepting food from him and becoming so attached that he would wait beside the road every morning for Erler to arrive at the park. Maria/Mario would walk alongside and possessively protect Erler from other park users and their dogs, and would also attempt to follow him from the park, flying closely behind him as he rode away on his scooter, necessitating attempts to distract the goose or lock him behind a fence when leaving to avoid being followed all the way home.
I remember this being a news story.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you said the goose used to be Maria before they realized it was a boy goose, I fully remember this news story.
When did this news story happen?
2011.
2011. Yeah.
I missed which one of you said has a favorite person.
Me.
Okay, more points for Micah. All right. Where did Mario go from there?
Oh no, did they have to rehome him because he became too much of a nuisance?
Right? I'm like sitting here like, did Mario find a lady goose and follow her off maybe?
All right, here's a hint. The park underwent restoration and the lake was drained.
So they did have to move him.
But it wasn't for everyone's, it wasn't for public safety reasons.
Did the goose's human end up adopting him for a little bit?
No, that's not what happened.
Did he go to like a wildlife rehabilitation center?
That's closer.
Okay. What happened to Mario?
Mario went to the Los Angeles Zoo.
What?
All of the geese in that lake were taken to the Los Angeles Zoo for quarantine while they restored at the lake. Well, they restored the park, drained the lake. It was then that they discovered that Mario was a male goose and renamed him Mario. Zoo officials stated their plans to house Mario at a children's zoo, though it was also suggested that the Echo Park geese would be relocated to another lake. How did his relationship with Dominic Erler go from there?
Did Dominic come visit him at the zoo?
Dominic,
Erler continued to visit Mario at the zoo and stated his intention to maintain the friendship and follow the gander to his new home, also raising the possibility of moving to Oregon with him.
I just really I love it when humans form friendships specifically with like birds.
Have I ever told you guys about Mr. Goose?
No.
Okay, so Schenectady has a park called Central Park because upstate New York wants to be New York City very bad. As someone from upstate New York, I can say this. It's designed by the same people who designed Central Park. They did it on purpose. And there is a flock of geese that live at the duck pond. And this one, I would go and feed them all the time because I had depression. And I bonded with the geese, and eventually the geese would eat out of my hand. And then they had their babies. And one of their babies got injured, and I named that goose Mr. Goose. And he had a broken leg. And I earned Mr. Goose's trust, and he would eat out of my hand. I would talk to him. And then I finally got the wildlife rehab people to come and take him. And they gave him a little goose cast. But then it was like around the time that they should have been migrating, and the parents, all the children migrated, but the parents wouldn't migrate because one of their babies was missing. And so the wildlife rehabilitation people took the parents in for the winter as well. And then next year they re-released them and they went out. Anyway, that's Mr. Goose. And the geese at that park are hostile to me now because I've lived away from it for too long. But for many years, they recognized me.
They don't remember that you are friend.
Anyway,
I was thinking they remember that you were friend and abandoned them.
Right? Like I one day Cecelia just stopped coming with a bag of birdseed to feed us out of her hands so she can like pretend to be a Disney princess.
So later plans were put forward to have Mario live in the zoo after the Echo Park Lake refurbishing was completed, as it was a safer place for him to live. Mario has also been in media. What kind of media has Mario appeared in?
Well, news stories.
True, not what I'm going for.
Was Mario in a movie?
Not a movie.
Oh.
That is the right medium, wrong format.
Was Mario in a music video?
Yes, points. Mario also appeared in the 2010 music video for the song End Love. For whom, what band was Mario in a music video for?
I don't fucking know anymore.
What was the year?
2010. I genuinely think this is guessable.
I'm so
Did you
mad.
already say the name of the music video?
Yeah, but looking it up would be cheating.
Well, no, I just...
End Love.
Michael in the chat has suggested both Weezer and Bowling for Soup.
No, you want somebody with a band that is more well known for having music videos.
band that's well known for having music videos?
Can you think of a band?
Like it's their thing?
Yeah. Can you think of a band who, like, you're not sure whether the music video, whether the song was good, or you just really like the music video?
Was it an OK Go video?
It was an OK Go video.
Oh
Point.
my god!
Mario also appeared in the 2010 music video for the song End Love by the rock band OK Go, which has received over 15 million views on YouTube. The band having allowed Mario to appear prominently in the video after he bit guitarist Andy Ross during filming at the park.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god.
Fuck. Mario has lived.
He's lived such a rich life.
Yeah, I know.
Mario has unfortunately left us. He died on Friday, June 29th, 2018, at his home.
Wow, my birthday?
Sorry.
Ah!
He died in his sleep from old age. The zoo released a statement saying the Los Angeles Zoo is sad to announce the passing of the celebrity domestic Toulouse goose, Mario. The 9-year-old goose resided at Winnick Family Children's Zoo for the last 7 years until his passing on Friday, June 29th, due to old age. Mario was an animal that brought joy to many Angelinos, and he will be missed. In 2020, the podcast This Is Love released an episode about city birds, including Mario's story as told by Dominic Erler.
I'm going to start celebrating the life of Mario the Goose on my birthday.
Mm-hmm. So, Micah, I think you pretty unambiguously won that one. You got most of the points. Traditionally, on Citation Needed, there is a certain category of prize. So I'm just going to go ahead and steal one of theirs because I don't have one prepared. Micah, you win permission to dress up as a famous frog and live in a cave.
Honestly? Perfect.
So hermit, Kermit, permit.
I love it.
Michael, it would be cookies. I don't have anything prepared for mystery biscuits, and I didn't want to try and add that to the explanation of what's going on.
Oh. I can't believe that's the first fucking article that popped.
Oh no, I hit random until I got one that would be good.
Okay, good.
The first 15 articles were like 1 sentence long articles about a place somewhere.
No, that's
much like when you play Wiki Wars, you have to hit it until it's like, okay, I could reasonably get here.
Yeah.
Oh, Mario.
Fancy Chamber Music, which is an album by American composer, bandleader, and keyboardist Carla Bley. I thought about going with that one, but I clicked around a bit more and I got to Mario Goose. So that one.
honestly good choice.
He was a fancy goose too. Toulouse geese are not.
Yeah.
They're fancy. They're fancy geese. Ugh. I'm just looking at pictures of geese. fucking love birds. I understand that this is like not. See, they're fancy geese.
They are very fancy geese.
It is like not. It's not like I'm hiding the fact that like when I see animals, I immediately am like, yes, I will treat you exactly like a human. But I love every single animal I've ever met. I have a particular fondness for birds in that I know I will probably never be able to own one because holy shit, is it difficult?
Yeah.
But
Here's
just
a
like
video
every
article for
Mario. I love him. I love him so much. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sad about a goose that I never met.
Listen.
He lived a full life.
Next year,
Such a good life.
Mario.
He lived such a good. Yes, next year on your birthday, instead of your birthday,
We're celebrating Mario.
drive to Boston and celebrate Mario instead.
I love it.
Grand meal in honor of Mario.
I just want to loop back around to OK Go put him in a music video because he's their guitarist.
Yeah.
Yo.
Honestly, though, like, he just knew how to behave in LA in order to get cast in a role. Like, truly an LA goose.
I feel like
one last question. How many references does this article have?
Oh.
10, which feels to me like a shocking number of references for an article about a goose.
An article about a goose. A goose.
None of which are about geese generally.
No, that's the thing. Like, none of this is actually about geese. It's just about Mario's rich and full life as an ornery goose.
Yeah, I mean, 10 references to articles or other media about Mario the Goose, and an external link to the OK Go music video.
I love that. Now the question is, did they credit Mario the Goose in the video?
I looked up the music video immediately because I was like, which OK Go video is this?
The MCAT is important.
Leave me alone. YouTube keeps being like, hey, we know you're looking at grad school. Do you want to get advertised to about the MCAT?
No, literally never.
I don't.
In the description of the video, he's referred to as Orange Bill the Goose. For more photos and videos of Orange Bill the Goose, visit bit.ly/obgoose.
So did they just misname him, or did they give him a character name for the video?
I think they must have just given him a character name for the video.
They must have.
I love that for him. What a successful life, honestly. He's doing more than most humans.
Like, to achieve as much as Mario.
That's the goal.
That is the goal. To be as beloved as and ornery at the same time as Mario.
I mean, to be fair, I have often said to friends that, like, should I reach an old age, I would like to be known as the old lady who stands on her porch shaking her fist at children as they walk by, and just yelling at, the sky. So,
I mean, you know my plans. Just a bog somewhere.
Yeah. Bog witch.
Bog witch. Yeah, what was that fucking line in the Hozier song about laying down into the moss and just being like absorbed by the moss and the forest? Can't remember what it is. Stuck with my brain forever. Oh, my phone died.
I watched a video recently that was like, yeah, you reach a certain age and then you stop like knowing what new music is because you just aren't actively looking for it and it doesn't find you. And I was like, I fit that category because everything I listened to came out in either the 90s or early 2000s.
Yeah. When I stopped working at the Musicians Union, it became it's Mario! Sorry.
Oh, look at that famous goose.
never seen this goose before, but I love him so much. Oh my god.
Give me the beat, please, free my soul.
I know exactly what that Tumblr post is. I've seen it.
I don't appear to be able to copy text out of the StreamYard.
I will find it on Tumblr and send it to you.
I
also think about it regularly.
I'm still reeling about the comment someone left on Jewitch's video that Judaism is just a Tumblr post because rabbis have long been arguing whether or not mermaids can get humans pregnant. Oh yeah, so like we've decided that mermaids exist and that humans can indeed impregnate mermaids, but there's a lot of rabbinical argument about whether mermaids can impregnate humans.
There it is. See, I think about this post regularly.
It reminds me of the mushroom post.
No.
You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe. Micah, every day I have these conversations with myself about like, should I convert? It would be good to like bring my children up in some kind of tradition. And every day I find something that convinces me more and more that like, yes, conversion is for you. And this truly has sold me of like, with all the reverence of an AO3 fic.
Yes.
Can we fuck the mermaids?
This is one of my favorite Tumblr posts, and also one of my favorite statements about death, in case it ever comes up in Morbid Curiosity. I was working on a deck of my own, like my own personal deck of fortune-telling cards, and the card for death has the caption, "The fear within me is beyond anything your soul can make. You cannot kill me in a way that matters."
Because of course it is. Because of course it is.
Yes,
I mean, that would be incredible. I would love that.
Honestly, I might embroider that onto my clothes.
Just all of them, just as a reminder.
Yeah. Just every outermost layer.
Yeah.
To be fair, if anyone decided to make merch of that, I would immediately support that merch.
Oh yeah.
Like that is a sticker patch piece of art I would buy.
I'm positive that it's got to be out there somewhere.
Oh,
Someone has made that.
Yeah. There are many.
nice.
Good.
Well, I need new stickers to blast the back of my computer with anyway because they replaced it. So I lost every cool sticker I had, and I only got 4 people that looked uncomfortable when they saw the laugh cries sticker that I had on there.
I do recommend you get a Du jour means family.
Family.
This one is Max's, and it says, "My anxiety is chronic, but the sass is iconic."
That's on my wrist rest so that I can look at it often.
It's a good reminder. This one says, "Don't glue shit to your face," because that's a reminder that I need a lot.
Yep.
I have my own sticker on here. I have the birds work for the bourgeoisie sticker.
I have a birds work with bourgeoisie sticker, or no, I have a birds aren't real sticker somewhere that I can probably put on it. I do have that sticker that you made as well, but I forget what thing I already put it
On your water bottle?
I think you're right.
I have
so many
one that instead of live, laugh, love says alive, ahaha, fuck. That one gives me much joy. I bring this into work and no one has spotted that one yet.
So I I had one of Laugh Cry's stickers on my computer for a really long time. It was the Clit It or Quit It one.
Yeah.
Which was great because nobody, like, it took people looking at it for a while before they were like, does that say what I think it says? I'm like, yes, it 100% does. You're welcome.
I had, she at some point produced a like sticker sheet of 6 stickers of dogs' faces looking extremely uncomfortable. And I had all of those on a single notebook that I used to take my like work notes in, and everyone was like, so are these your dogs? I was like, nope, I don't know who these dogs are. But they
Random uncomfy dogs.
They look worried. Yeah. Oh. I think I would say, Micah, to not to like, but the Super Yaki had their like in-person event where they had that fucking shirt that said Oscar Isaac invented ska that I didn't get to go buy because they're in Houston. All I want is that shirt. And there's also just one that just says Oscar Isaac. I feel like I need to own that. But they had like a huge, like wide variety of like Josie and the Pussycats nonsense stickers, and they're gonna be on sale on Friday if you want to like look at that.
I'm gonna have to do that because
I'm just really hoping that fucking Oscar Isaac shirt.
Like, I need it.
In particular, the Oscar Isaac invented ska shirt, because that is because it will help me spot other people that have the weird knowledge in their brain of Oscar Isaac was in a ska band while he was in college.
Honestly, that just makes him that much more attractive to me. I like people in bands with horns.
It's the most deeply upsetting moment of like just one of the more deeply upsetting moments of my life was me seeing that picture of Oscar Isaac eating Cheetos with chopsticks.
Yeah.
With a large mustache and a beanie on, looking just like frumpy as hell. While they were shooting Star Wars, or like right before, and B being like, I'm still extremely attracted to this man. And that's how I knew that it was a problem. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, when he's dressed up or like in roles. No. He can be doing something like eating Cheetos with chopsticks.
That's how I feel about every heavily tattooed individual that I've ever found attractive, where I'm like, I don't know if it's just the fact that, like, I know you've sat through hours of being stabbed with a needle, or if I actually think you're hot.
Unsure.
Yeah, and then every once in a while they like cover up the tattoos. I'm like, no, you're just hot. Like,
no, difficult. No, that's them being difficult. They shouldn't do that. They should let it remain a mystery.
Yeah.
You guys want to play some more Be Curiosity?
Sure.
I need my hair to hurry up and grow out because I can't
live like hurry up and not be whatever this has been. I haven't gotten a haircut in 2 years.
Just do that. Go in your bathroom and be like, time to get the clippers.
I should do it right before my cousin's wedding.
Yeah.
High stakes. All right. Alrighty. A casket originally referenced A, the rock placed upon a grave to protect against scavengers. B, a bread box. C, a box of jewels. Or D, it has always been a receptacle for a body.
So box of jewels. C.
I'm going to go with bread box.
Cecilia's correct.
Finally.
It's been 10,000 years.
10,000 years.
Undertakers introduced it as a euphemism for containers for a dead body, apparently.
They were trying to be polite about it.
I mean,
Michael, it took a lot of divided attention for a bit there to like get up to speed enough on the content of that article while we were live. I think for future citation needed, I'm going to need to prepare in advance.
Yeah, I think that's definitely something we can do future streams around, though.
Mm-hmm.
Matt,
Yeah, that's fun. I definitely want to do it again.
Yeah.
hold. I hear a crunching. I will be right back.
A mysterious crunching.
Hey.
If you are a taphophile, what are you interested in?
Is it taphophile?
Yeah.
Is this multiple choice?
It is, but I'm going to give you a chance to see if you can etymology it.
The boy got into the garbage. All right.
I mean, the only thing that's coming to mind for me is taffy.
Think of other ways to spell it. It might help you. So we're talking about what is a taphophile? What are taphophiles interested in?
How's it spelled?
TAPH, a file.
People who do rubbings of epitaphs?
Pretty much. Yeah, so it's people who are interested in cemeteries and gravestones, commonly known as gravers. But yeah, it's people who are interested in that kind of stuff.
I know that this was just, oh, you love headstones, but for some reason I read it as, oh, you love headstones? And I
do.
You love headstones? Like it felt conspiratorial and I don't know why. All right.
I parsed that as like, oh, you love headstones?
Oh, headstones.
The best date that I ever went on was with a girl who was totally cool, just walking around graveyards with me and like doing rubbings of headstones. It was an excellent first date.
Yeah, this is one of the problems with being queer is I don't know whether somebody's taking me on a date when they ask me to go hang out in a graveyard.
Oh, in fairness, I was very clear that this was a date. Let's see. Have we done the would you participate in building your own coffin or casket? Why or why not?
I don't think so, and yes, I would.
I absolutely would.
So like I would, but like I think more so in the design aspect. Because I don't have the carpentry skills to reliably build something.
I mean, caskets are pretty simple, right? Like,
it do just be a box.
I also feel like it's only gonna be one day that it will annoy people that the like joints aren't completely flush, after which no one has to look at it.
I mean, I'm more concerned that like the bottom's gonna fall out.
I'm not making a practical casket, and I don't know why you have decided like, no, this has to be like a practical functional item. I will make a full-on stage prop. It doesn't have to hold up particularly well because I'm dead. And I know at the funeral home, it's not just a casket on like nothing. It's usually a casket on a surface.
Yeah, so just like have the pallbearers like put it on a fucking gurney.
So in reality, like I actually want to be cremated. So in that case, like yes, I would fully make my own urn.
Yeah.
Because that seems less of a problem. You also weren't here on Monday when we discussed how the theme / setting for my memorial is going to be an escape room.
Yeah. No, you told me that before. Also, my body popping out is a feature, not a bug. Correct.
Yes.
An important keyword to look for in casket listings is spring-loaded.
Yes.
Yeah. Make me sit up at some point.
Tell the coroner that I want glass eyes put in and I would like my eyelids affixed open.
Yeah. So I am staring at you from beyond the grave.
With some form of hydraulic.
Here's a list of puppeteers that are acceptable to hire to do my mouth and give me lines.
Yeah, this is when it's like this doesn't have to be a practical item because ultimately I do also want to be cremated. But if we wanted to go full out and have a stage show experience, I would happily build that set for myself.
Oh
I
yeah.
think we talked about on Monday. I think we talked about this on Monday that I would like for my body to be dismembered, all of the parts be put in different jars, and they be mailed to my enemies.
Yeah.
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 We talked about this because of the eyeball situation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I fucking. It's not allowed, but you should be allowed to do it.
I'm just saying, if Mary Shelley was allowed to have her husband's heart in her upper desk drawer, I should be allowed to give like my pancreas to my diabetic friend.
I mean,
just to have, not to use.
Listen, there has to be a country out there where this is legal.
We will find it for you and distribute the parts
We
accordingly.
will find it.
You have to make sure to die there.
Yeah, I mean, this is not unlike but like the thing is, because my grandma was cremated, not all of her ashes stayed in one place. Like she kind of got distributed, and my mother didn't have something to like put her in that moment, so she grabbed a teacup and just scooped some out and said, "Hope this is a good party, you mom." And that was it. So it's not like unlike that, like it still kind of happens. It's like less visceral, but like if you divide your ashes, it is kind of in a sense happening as well. Like the
I fully love that.
Yeah.
So Blythe asked, which bit does John get? For context, John is my arch nemesis.
Yeah.
You know how they used to make like violin parts out of dead cat?
Yeah.
That's
the cat, that is that part of me.
It's
Those are your intestines.
Just send my intestines to my arch nemesis.
Send my intestines to my nemesis. That is
very on brand.
It's on brand, and it is extremely dramatic, and that is why it is on brand.
Be very disappointed with him if he doesn't make a stringed instrument out of me.
Oh,
he should. You send him the gut. They do it on Hannibal.
Yeah.
They did it on Hannibal.
And it won't be ambiguous either. Like it'll be in the will what he is instructed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they did it in that one season of American Horror Story. I think it was Asylum. And the guy just made like furniture out of all the people's skin.
Yeah.
And like I have literally watched John make a mandolin before, so I know he can do it.
It's just
so really, you're just being very giving and thoughtful in that moment. You're just gifting him something he could use.
Yeah.
And like, there's so much more human intestine than cat intestine. That would make you would strings for years.
Many instruments.
Maybe that, or maybe I also need intestines to send to other people. It depends on how many enemies I make.
That's fair. Are they all going to turn your intestines into strings for stringed instruments?
I think it's all going to it's always going to be thematic.
Okay, that makes sense. I feel like I'm trying.
So like if I earn the animosity of a lot of guitarists, maybe.
Okay.
I mean, like maybe this needs to be a goal. I'm trying to figure out. Okay, yeah, it was plucked and bowed instruments that use catgut. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just trying to make sure. I couldn't remember if it was only bowed instruments and it was because there's a texture to it that it is better. Yeah.
I'm fighting the urge to Google how many instruments could you string with human guts.
Well, if we look,
mostly because I just don't want to alert my NSA agent to like the weird shit that happens in my brain.
I mean, to me, the big question is there something fundamentally qualitatively different about the biology of cat gut that means that like human guts wouldn't make good instrument strings?
No, I don't actually think there really is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but it's just because it was available. Hang on, how long? Let's go with guitar strings.
I was gonna say, considering cats have no natural predators and they tend to become serious problems in the countries that they're brought into. Like technically the cats that we have in our country, like house cats, are an invasive species. We just decided that they're cute enough that we don't care.
Mm.
Okay, so I understand that my Googling how long are guitar strings immediately followed by how long are human intestines immediately followed by inches to feet conversion.
I'm really glad you're doing this because like there's just too many concerning Google searches on my shit right now.
Because I'm not afraid of it anymore. And you know why? It's because after being the dramaturg for Columbinus,
Yeah.
nothing else I Googled is going to be wilder than what do pipe bombs look like.
Like, that's fair.
It's never going to get weirder than looking up autopsy reports for mass murderers. Like,
yeah,
I'm fine. Okay, so together your small and large intestines are 15 feet. And the average guitar string is 35 to 40 inches long. And you're probably getting multiple out of every intestine because it's a tube.
Yeah, presumably you don't use the whole tube per string.
Yeah.
Right.
You would need to vary the width, otherwise you wouldn't be able to get different string weights.
Right.
Correct. And I don't actually know. I could not tell you like how many what the actual process of making this is, like if you have to dry it first or what. I don't know shit because no one makes strings like this anymore. Okay, 15 feet is 180 inches.
Right, but John is a medieval reenactor who does specifically specialize in medieval production methodology. He's got
he probably does know how to
lathe.
He probably does know how to do it then.
Yeah. Or
I mean, what I'm
he
saying is,
would
I
be
don't
able
know
to find the information.
Yeah, he would. I'm saying is what I'm saying is I don't know like how much shrinkage there is as it dries out because I'm pretty sure it's you kind of have to like tan it like leather, and I'm sure there's shrinkage.
Fresh out of the cat, violins used to be a lot more wet.
Why would you say that?
Okay, so strictly, Jesus Christ. So like one strip, like all the way through, could get you 4.5 guitar strings. So, you know, it's a lot. The answer is a ton. It's probably like, yeah, I know. I also can't believe no one on the internet has answered this before. I feel like there should have been more questioning after that episode of Hannibal where the guy made cellos, or he was talking about using catgut cello strings, and then Hannibal made human gut cello strings.
Right.
There weren't people figuring out like, well, how would you string a cello with human intestines?
Like, you know?
As a cello player, I want to know. I want to know how much of
Is there enough that you could string a stand-up bass?
Jesus won't help you with your long intestine root. No. There.
Oh no!
I'm unwell.
I'm mad because apparently I didn't realize that this game came with math problems.
Yeah.
But well, Steve has accidentally been buried alive.
Yeah, okay.
The average coffin has around 164 liters of oxygen in it, after accounting for a body. Steve consumes 0.5 liters of oxygen per minute. About how many hours of oxygen does Steve have?
Can you repeat the number of liters?
So 164 liters of oxygen, and he consumes 0.5 liters of oxygen per minute.
About 5 hours.
Yes, he has 5 1/3 hours, which is horrifying.
This says 5.5 hours. Luckily for Steve, the carbon dioxide buildup will cause him to pass out before death.
I was gonna say, like, there's a certain point where you tip over into too much carbon dioxide.
Yeah, and you just take a real long rest for the rest of your life.
Just
so right now I've got guitar pickups, like types of guitar pickups, open in another tab because it occurred to me that electric guitar pickups work on like magnetism, so you need metal strings.
Yeah.
But there are other types of pickups that you can like use to electrify a guitar.
Yeah.
That would be compatible with biological strings.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
stopped.
Yeah.
Would you be able to make a piano with human
Is
bass?
there enough to string a whole ass piano?
Because I realize that that's like a hammer and string situation. But
Okay,
in
but, like, if we're gonna do piano, I feel like the obvious thing to do is to make the keys out of your bones.
listen,
No, we gotta make the whole thing.
you can't say things like that because I want that. I want that so fucking bad. I cannot even. Give me a bones. Actually, there's an organ in France that's made completely out of bones, like people
Yeah.
bones, and it's horrifying and beautiful, and I love it.
Is it made out of bones, or is it like, does it have a bone facade?
It probably just has a bone facade, but I think the actual columns, like there are definitely pieces of bone that make up the actual structure.
Mm-hmm.
It's in one of those churches that's like entirely decked out in people bones.
Yeah.
Because, you know, when the Black Plague hit, a lot of dead bodies, a lot of bones.
Okay,
Yeah.
Googling bone organ just gets an explanation of the manner in which bones are organs.
Bone organ?
Maybe bone piano? Skeleton organ.
Bone. So apparently pianos can be made with not metal strings. Most pianos are made with plastic strings at this point, but in the past they had been made from.
So what you're saying is I could have a piano made.
You could have people piano. You could have a people piano. And I think
closer and closer to understanding the weirdest parts of humanity.
Yeah.
This doesn't appear to be the bones one, but I did find an article in The Guardian called "France Suffers from Organ Failure" about the fact that organs are expensive to repair, so they often just fail.
It's true.
I love it so much. Hang on.
Wait, Mike. I was gonna suggest as well, if you have the people piano, you should make it a people player piano for fun, but also the roll inside would be yeah, because the only thing that does is just a hole punch.
Yeah.
Because my grandma had a player piano, and you could open it up and see it. And you could take it out, and then you could reach inside and play it from the inside.
I am not finding any evidence of non-fictional bone organs.
Hang on.
Non-fictional bone organ.
Like loads of like really metal art, but
Hang on.
A people player piano.
It's a pipe organ.
He keeps in girl buses.
Oh, I think it's in Prague. And it looks like the organ itself may not actually be made of bones, but like the rest of the church it's in is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there are bones and there's an organ, but they are just occupying the same space. It is not.
Yeah. This is my brain is confusing multiple things.
Yeah.
Take me to Bone Church.
There's a bunch of different bone churches. Man.
Like just one of my favorite meme things that ever happened, which was Snurch, Snail Church, and Snake People or Sneeple being memes at the same time and having like trackably separate origins.
Yes.
Did I ever send you the TikTok that I found of, I assume, a bunch of teenage girls standing by a like drainage pipe in their like neighborhood, and there were like 20 snails just all gathering, and it's just whoever's behind the camera just goes, "Take me to Snurch." I think about it constantly.
I worship like a slug at the line of your slime.
Take me to search. I need to your favorites. I think about it all the time. Hi, honey. I will find it. I will find it. Why did you come up here to do your illegal crunching? Where did you find this phone? Where did you find it?
We are past 9. Do y'all want to say goodnight?
Yeah. My
Yeah.
son found a bone.
Good.
He heard us talking about it.
All right.
He's just trying to
Everybody
be
for
helpful.
coming.
Take me to Snurch. If you want to support our Snurch worship,
You can support the Online Creators Association at patreon.com/TOCA. Thank you, Michael. You can also join our Discord at the link in the description. Everybody can join our Discord if you're over 18. If you have more than 1,000 followers on TikTok, you can also sign up as a creator and get access to the creator-only spaces.
Where we talk about things like what's going on TikTok, and we do research and other such projects that are not Snurch related.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm just on Snurch. I'm not going to be good at promoting anything right now. I'm just thinking about Snurch. Thank you guys for coming. Thank anybody who stopped by, and we will see you all on Monday.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.